Good morning, welcome. Today we will need 2 blocks and that's about it. So please meet me on your mat. I'm just going to push play on the playlist if any of you want to listen. And please meet me lying on your mat. With this one, we'll have a block underneath our upper back. I like to have it at its lowest level and then one for the head. If you can, please, the block will be right underneath the shoulder girdle, so not low in the kidneys and not up on the neck, but somewhere around the bra line. And slowly, let's start making our way back and rest your head on the block. And invite the arms to settle, whatever that means for you. Breath is steady. At any point, if you choose, one or both legs can be straight. And begin to become very aware of the breath, its origin, where it's coming from, and its destination. Exhale. Notice how you feel. And continue to breathe steady here. At any point, if you choose, the feet can be together and the knees can be apart. If this feels unsettling, feel free to return to having the legs straight. From the center of the heart to either shoulder, invite yourself to expand in your awareness and soften your skin. Some of us will stay. In the last half, you could stay or move the arms by your ears overhead. Anything that feels right. Maybe you hold opposite elbows. Make sure whatever you're doing feels settled and comfortable. Breath is steady. Notice from the base of the sternum, the center of the ribs in the bottom, the sternum, the chest, all the way up to your throat. Can you just breathe here? Breath is steady, mind is calm. Continue with your awareness. Good. In this space, see if you can, for the last 5 or so breaths, just clear your forehead, soften your eyes, anything at all that's necessary. Good. Allow the chest and the belly to be full of breath. Good. Nothing to do. Good. At any point, you can stay in a posture a lot longer. I always teach poses that one could stay in the whole class if you wanted to. If this is one of them, stay longer. If you choose, let's start coming out. You can bend the knees and press the head, bring the hands by your legs, press the head down, tuck the chin and lift the head a little bit more, and remove the blocks from underneath you and just lie back so you're firmly supported by the mat, nothing else. And see how it feels to just allow your skull, your shoulders, your spine, middle back, lower back to just settle. Allow the feet to take on weight. The legs can be straight or bent. You could bring one hand to your belly, one hand to the heart. Inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale. Inhale, belly and the heart fill up. Exhale. Belly, heart, and throat. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with your breath. I'm here. I just won't speak for the last 3 or so breaths. Good. Slowly we can bend the knees, make a footprint on the earth, and roll over to any side that feels right for you. Stay as you are and see how you feel. Press the hands down. Inhale, meet me seated. Good. Let's bring the blocks as high as possible nearby. We're about to stand up. Slowly help your way up. You can press the blocks at the top of the mat as wide as the mat and meet me standing. We're just going to dangle for a little bit. With this one, please bring your knuckles onto the edge of the block and bring the shoulders back as though you're hugging something on the spine. And then do the opposite as you widen the shoulders down. Bring the shoulders back, widen the shoulders down. Retract it back, protract it forward. Continue. It can be quite like soft. It doesn't have to be rigid and linear. Pause. Some of us stay. Others bring the blocks a little bit lower to its second height and continue with the action. Reset your feet as you need. You can bend the knees as you need. So gradually we just start lubricating the shoulders, opening up the chest in the previous one. And now we just kind of settle into being. Option 1, pause and stay. Option 2, bring it a little bit lower. You can continue protracting and retracting or pause. Let's do something slightly different where you shrug the shoulders and then draw the shoulders towards the hips. Shoulders towards the ears, shoulders towards the hips. And continue. Let's call this shoulders towards the ears, elevation, and shoulders towards the hips, depression. Elevate, depress, elevate, depress. Good. Pause. You can continue or now combine it into circles in one direction, and then shoulders and circles in another. If ever you're quite good with movement and you don't want to move anymore, you can stay or tuck the chin, bend the elbows, hug opposite elbows, bend the knees all you want. We have 5 more breaths. Don't count them, just know. Invite the weight to settle into the toes. Elbows are heavy. Breath is steady.
Invite breath to fill up the back plane of the body. Good. You're welcome to stay or press the hands on the blocks, bend the knees enough. Keep your left leg where it is. You can bring the blocks higher. We're about to lunge it back. Please bring the right leg back, ideally on the right side of the mat. Both blocks inside of the foot. Inhale, stay here. You can point and flex a little bit. Eventually, keep the foot flexed and rest the knee down. Point the toes. Stay as you are or invite the blocks further forward. You could be on the elbows. Even if you normally can bring your elbows to the floor, see what it's like to not go as deep as possible and stay in a place that invites you to just pause. Kind of like a railroad track, and you just get to pause and watch the train go by without having anywhere to go or anything to do. We just stay with it. If at any point you want to bring the block slightly lower, do so, but stay supported. If ever you have a dog or a bolster, you can have it underneath your right thigh. That way you're not collapsing down either. Inhale from the center of the spine to either rib. Inhale, widen. Stay wide as we exhale. Inhale from the center of the front heart to the front shoulders, widen. Exhale, stay. We're on the last minute. Some people stay. Others widen their foot off of the mat, left toes at a diagonal, left hand to the thigh. Press tuck the toes back, tuck the tail under. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, press the thigh away. And the thigh presses right back. Good. Last 5 breaths. Stay or bend the back leg. Anything at all that you need. Invite the front of the hip to stretch. If ever the body needs to move out of it, you can do something different. Maybe you do half splits where you straighten the front leg. Maybe you come out in cat-cow. Breath is steady. Good. That is time. Slowly press the toes down, press the hands down. You can bring the blocks higher to help you. Actually, let's just go to all fours. Press the hands down, move the blocks out of the way. Knees back. Cat-cow, please. Slowly soften the chest, lift the tail, lift your chin, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, belly is in, tuck the chin. Continue. And again, it's just inviting liveliness into the body or a little bit of clearing into the system where the body's allowed to rest, the body's allowed to reset and to restore. Good. Let's set up for the second side. If you choose, you can come to down dog. It'll give you a little bit higher of a stance and step the right foot forward. Both blocks inside of the right foot's to the right. Point and flex a couple of times. Next time you flex, keep the heel back, rest the knee down, point the toes. Bring the blocks quite high and situate the upper body in a way that's very elegant and on purpose. Can you hug the ribs back? The upper abdomen hugs back, shoulders back. Stay or walk the blocks slightly forward. If you want, they can be on the second level. Keep the hands or the elbows on blocks. So on purpose, we're creating a support. So instead of focusing on what we perceive as depth, we can focus more on dimension and being full. So widen into the back body, front body. And see if you can engage your left glute a little bit and see how that changes sensation. If it's a helpful sensation, do it. If not, that's okay. Don't do it. Good. If anything is gripping, allow it to soften. Pause, stay here, or some of us widen the right foot off to the right, toes to a diagonal, just like your knee. Come to the razor side of the foot. Right hand to the thigh. Inhale, tuck your tail, bellies in. Exhale, offer the thigh away from you. Shoulders and ears are back. Breath is steady. Some of us stay as we are. Others want to incorporate the back leg. The more you hug the heel in towards your seat, the more you'll get a quad stretch. The more you press the foot away, the more you'll get a pec stretch, chest. Breathe steady. Good. Settle the face, the jaw, the forehead. Good. Back off a little bit. Inhale. Back off a lot. Exhale. Plant the palms. Tuck the toes. Meet me on all fours. You can move the block to the top of the mat and the other one to your favorite side. Cat-cow. Point the toes. All right. With this one, we can cat-cow. We could also include child's pose. So next time you're rounded in a cat, round it so far back that you find child's pose. And let's connect. So child's pose is 0. Inhale, meet me in cat 1. Exhale in cow 2. Widen cow back towards child's pose. And that's it. Just connect those 3. Child's pose to cat, cat to cow, cow to child. If ever you wanted to rise into the fingertips to invite a little bit more spinal flexion in cat, you can do it. Good. All right. Next time you find yourself center, there can be a block above your head. Make sure it's arm's distance. It's not too far away from you. It's only if you want it. We're about to thread the needle. Point the toes, lift the left arm. Inhale, left arm is up. And exhale, thread it through. You could maintain the elbow and forearm parallel to the earth, or you could just slide it all the way through, whatever makes sense for you. Some of us rest the forehead, rest the temple. Right hand down, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, slide it through. I see it, said the wrong one. All right, notice how one could bring the hips further back. Stay like this, or the top arm can rise. It could rest on your sacrum, on your low back, and invite the hips to go further back. Some of us feel quite comfortable like this. Others want to extend the right arm over the ear. There might be a block nearby, so you have that capacity to extend the shoulder area and widen the hips back. Please stay as you are, option 1. Option 2, if ever you wanted, the right foot can extend. The whole leg can extend in front of your belly button, in front of your knee. Whatever you're doing, invite yourself to lengthen back so there's less and less weight on your head. Notice how from your right hip to your right rib cage and armpit, one could breathe. Breathe there. Exhale. Think of clean clothes, like you just finished doing laundry and you're hanging up your favorite stuff to dry. Make sure there's no wrinkles or there's no areas that get left behind. So same with the skin and the fabric on your body. Inhale, lengthen, and invite there to breeze through a little bit of breath. Good. You can keep the arm as it is, or for the last 5 breaths, anything else that you want. The bottom arm, if you feel stable, can stay, or it supports the top shoulder. Some of us might massage or just coax it into staying up a little bit. The back body. Notice how the left shoulder all the way to the spine, but it's not just the shoulder, it's the left rib cage, armpit, right around there. Can you breathe there? And widen your awareness back as though you're going to settle back and enjoy your day or your practice or this perspective. Breathe into the back plane of the body. If the right arm has moved off of the floor, bring it down as we exhale. Inhale, widen the left arm up, wave it, and exhale, return to your version of center. One could do cat-cow, or I can invite us to work towards barrel rolls. So the chest and the back of the spine, and you have either side ribs, right? So slowly meet me in a cat, arch your back. Imagine you're inside of a barrel or a keg full of honey, and then you're gonna slide to the right and slowly bend the right elbow, invite the right heart or the heart to come down, shift to the left, arch the back into a cat, and continue as though the chest will touch one part of the barrel, the left ribs will touch part of the barrel, the upper ribs cat. When in doubt, do what you need. But yeah, these could be called chest circles or barrel rolls. And if you've gone in one direction, invite yourself to go in the other. Breath is steady. Good. Eventually, we do the other side. You can stay facing where you are. And let's set up to thread the needle. All right, this time the left hand stays down. Point the toes. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, rest your forearm, your elbow. Stay or thread it through. Good. The left hand can press down. Inhale. Situate yourself. Exhale. Widen the buttocks back. Stay as you are. Just keep bringing the hips back, less weight on the shoulder, on the ear. Left arm can stay or it reaches towards the sacrum to help manually adjust yourself, or just invite a bit of softening to this area or decompressing, however you know it. Notice from your right hip to your right rib cage. Can you breathe there? Lengthen your waist. From your right rib cage to your right shoulder, can you breathe in between the ribs? Some will stay, others will reach the top arm, maybe over your ear towards the block and reset. Some people choose to extend the left leg level with the belly button or your nose. Notice from your left elbow to your shoulder can rise a little bit if you're extended up. From your elbow to your shoulder, extend. Imagine you're getting set up for a really nice shoulder massage and rib cage massage on your whole left rib. Breathe there. Inhale. Good. We're on the last 10 breaths. Don't count them. Just know you have a little bit of space to clear the mind and to settle your skin. Some of us use the bottom arm either to support the top shoulder or to massage anything that it touches. Breath is steady. Good. See if you can take a very deep inhalation. Open mouth, exhale. Good. If the top arm has moved, please return the top hand to the floor. Press it down. Make your way out. Inhale, uncoil a little bit, a lot. Anything at all that feels natural for you to return to center. All right. Option 1, cat-cow or barrel rolls. Option 2, hip circles. Become aware of your tailbone. Tuck it. And then slowly move the hips to the left. Untuck to the right. Tuck. Left, up, right, tuck. And continue. It's as though your tailbone had a pen and it's drawing a circle in the wall behind you. Pause, other direction. Breath is steady. Good. Pause. Please meet me seated along the length of your mat. We're about to do deer, but before that, let's just sit and do a bit of neck stretches just for like a minute, if that. All right, so sit up tall, and I'm going to do the exact opposite of you. Sit up tall, inhale, reach your crown up, left hand a little bit higher than your hair or than your head, and then reach your head up. Stay or exhale, ear to your shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. The bottom arm can stay or it can reach away from you. There are blocks nearby if you wanted to reach a block. Good. If you close your eyes, maybe you tuck your chin or untuck your chin, any natural movements. Sometimes I bring the opposite arm behind the back. Good. Return to center. Inhale. Exhale, release. If you used a block, move it to the other side. Lift your head up, right hand to the scalp, and exhale, ear to your shoulder. You could keep your hand where it is, or feel free to explore different orientations and sensations. Ears can be back. At any point, you can tuck your chin more or less. If ever you want, the opposite arm can be behind your back. Good. Return, inhale. Exhale, let it be. All right, with this one, we're going to do deer. So please, I'll do the opposite of you. Have your left leg along the long edge of the mat, and then your right leg, the shin is parallel to the short edge of the mat. There's blocks nearby. And then just sit up tall, inhale. Notice if the left hip is lifting. It's not bad, but see if you can create space for both sitting bones to make it as close to the floor as useful. Like I said, it doesn't have to stay on the floor, but you've set up the parameters for that possibility to happen. You can stay up tall. Some of us will stay. Others will move the block to the left at a diagonal, knee level or somewhere around there. Keep the buttocks down-ish. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Offer the chest forward. Of course, it's totally fine if the opposite hip lifts, but it's as a result of lengthening forward rather than the origin of the action. Whatever version you do, bring the belly in. Inhale, lift the ribs away from the thighs. And exhale, widen the shoulders behind you. Clear up any residue between your left armpit and left hip. Your left hip and your left heel. Good. This could be the last version. You could remove blocks if you want to go lower. I'm going to offer a very different version if you choose. Option 1, stay. Option 2, rise. Keep the block by your thigh and then lift the opposite arm up. So for you, it'll be lifting the right arm. Inhale, lift. You can shift the block a little bit. Stay or side stretch. The block could be underneath your elbow. The hand could be to your skull. Widen your rib cage back. Press the hand into the skull into the hands. Lengthen the elbow up away from your hip, away from your rib. Breath is steady. Good. Inhale, please rise. Arms are to a T. Exhale, let it be. Hands are down behind you. Lift one or both legs up. Let the knees fall to the left, or for you, it'll be to the right. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up, again to the side. Stay or invite the hip to extend, so engage your left glute. Return, center, inhale. Exhale, other side. Stay or engage the opposite glute. For you, it'll be the right. Last time, inhale up, exhale, shift, invite the hip, invite the chest, look up. Exhale. Again, inhale, knees up to the side, and lift the hip, lift the heart, lift the chin. Center. All right, let's do the other side, please. For you all, it'll be the right shin parallel to the long edge of the mat, the left shin parallel to the long edge of the mat. Grab your blocks and have them in front of you. Notice if your buttocks, your left buttocks is already lifting. Can you widen a little bit or hug the heels in a little bit more towards you to find that distribution of weight? You don't have to harbor on it, but do set up the foundation. Press down, inhale, settle in. Notice where your left ribs are and where your right ribs are. See if they can be even within the same line, within the same latitude. Good. Some of us will stay. Others will walk to a diagonal. The blocks towards knee level, the right. Please keep the thigh down as long as it's useful. So keep it down for a second and inhale, lift the chest. Now invite the hip to move with it. Stay or adjust your blocks in any height, any degree that you need. Offering the back knee down. Inhale, lift the right rib cage. Widen the left. And exhale, soften the face. Invite breath to air out the whole back and side ribs. Notice how you feel. Some of us stay, others do that side stretch, remember? Option 1, stay or adjust. Option 2, return upright, kind of, and the block stays underneath your right hand. The other one can move. Inhale, keep the thigh down as long as it's useful. Lift the whole arm, rib cage and side. Stay or side bend towards the block, towards the right. The top arm can support your skull. Lift the elbow up. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press the head back, hand into the head. From your left hip to your left rib cage, get long. Breath is steady. Good. Return, inhale, center. Help yourself out of the pose. Hands back. Inhale, lift the chest. Let the knees fall to the right. Some of us stay. Others bring the foot onto the thigh. Invite the thigh to be weighty and offer the knee towards away from you, away from the hip. So the whole left thigh, the femur, the thigh bone lengthens away from the hip socket. Release, return the foot to the earth, hands behind you. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, other side. Stay or bring the foot onto your thigh. Belly in. Inhale, lift the chest. Some of us stay, others now start engaging the right glute to lengthen the femur away from the hip a little bit. Breath is steady. Back off. Inhale a little bit and exhale a lot. All right, from that one, it's kind of similar legs, but now we're gonna work more the side body. All right, so you want to be on the long edge of the mat. So for you all, it will be the right side of the mat. That way you can lie down towards the left. Okay, the blocks, you'll need one for your rib cage and one for your head. Don't do anything, I'll demo. So as you can see, this is gonna go right around, right underneath the armpit, right above the flesh. So it's still all bone. And then one could rest the elbow down. Eventually, one would thread the whole arm through and rest your head on the block. You might need to adjust. Okay? So if you're with me, you can do deer legs again. Look towards the mat. And slowly, for you, it'll be rest your left elbow to the ground, rest the rib on the blocks, figure out that placement before we go deeper, and then press the right hand down, slide it through, adjust the block underneath your head. Good. Some of us stay, others reach the arm overhead. You could be on the fingertips. Nice. If something doesn't feel right, the blocks could be lower or higher. I err on the side of being lower, that way it's more grounded, and when it's more grounded, the the side body, for you it'll be the right side, can open more. Stay or extend the arm overhead. If anything doesn't feel right, please continue to adjust until it does. All right, so I don't want to program ourselves to not respond to bodily sensation. All right, so don't dissociate from what's going on. If something doesn't feel right, reset. If after a few resets it doesn't feel right, please return to the previous posture or any other posture. We only have 10 breaths anyways. If you choose to stay in the pose and you want to, you can stay or straighten one or both, the top leg, the right leg. Breath is steady. Can you bring awareness to your abdomen between your belly button and your hip, your right hip, right around there? Can you just soften any gripping? Good. And it's as though you're about to get a side body massage. So the whole side hip, the whole side rib is about to be lengthened down towards the heel. The top hand can stay or it can move a little bit further or closer away. A little bit further away or closer to you. Last 4 breaths. Notice right underneath the shoulder girdle and right where the rib and the shoulder kind of become a family. Breathe there. Good. Please return the hand somewhere useful in front of your face. Press down. Inhale, uncoil a little bit and just stay. Notice how you feel. Uncoil a lot. Exhale. For you all, you can just flip over to the side. So you use the same exact prop, same exact length. Because I'm teaching and I like to face you, I'm going to reset. Whatever version you're doing, please bring the block underneath the left rib cage. No, for you it's the right rib cage. The right elbow is down. Reset. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, start threading it through. And again, please adjust until it feels right. If ever you find a spot that doesn't feel right, you could do chest up, block underneath, or bolster underneath your heart, underneath the ribs. If you're staying in the side body one, please adjust the top arm, your left arm. What do you want to do with it? Notice what it's like to be settled in front of you, maybe even overhead. Anything at all that works for you, do it. And notice the whole upper left side of the body has your attention. Can you breathe into it? Inhale. Breathe length into it. Exhale. Breath is steady. The top leg can stay bent or it can straighten a little bit. By the way, if ever you like to explore, the leg could be back. It doesn't work for me today, but for some people it does. The bottom arm can stay or it can rest on your ribs, your left ribs, right around there, and see if you can breathe into your hands. We're on the last 10 breaths. Anything at all your body needs, adjust. Become aware of your abdomen, specifically the left side where it meets towards the hips. So notice the space between your rib, your hip, and your belly button. Right around there, all of that. Just breathe, inhale, and invite it to soften. Last couple of breaths. Don't count them. If ever you want to open mouth exhale, that's fine. That's welcome. Good. Please back off. Return your left hand somewhere in front of your face to help you out of the pose. Lift up a little bit. Inhale. Lift up a lot. Exhale. Stay facing towards the mat, towards the earth. Do nothing. Enjoy doing nothing. Good. All right. Let's flip it a little bit and go towards child's pose. Please have both blocks nearby. If you have a blanket or a pillow and you want to put it in between your heels and your seat, please do that. The blocks are further from you. Let's keep it at the lowest level. Yeah. But don't use them just yet, yeah? All right, let me just set the clock a little bit. But you can go to child's pose. Inhale. For the first one, you can have your knees exactly how you want them. For the first one, stay or invite your hands to rest by your feet. Embryo pose. From the center of the spine to the right shoulder, right rib cage. Inhale, breathe there. Exhale, let that be settled. Inhale from your spine to your left shoulder, left rib cage, wide. Good. From the spine to either shoulder, inhale. Exhale. Some of us stay here as long as you want. Others may choose to extend the arms forward as into child's pose. You could be on the fingertips, on the palms, or maybe on blocks. The hands, the forearms, the wrists can be on blocks. Rest the forehead down. See if you can, if you're using the blocks, if you can lift the biceps up a little bit, lift the shoulders up, and then settle the heart down. Some stay. Others bring the blocks slightly higher. It may be closer. So now it's a little bit closer towards the elbow supported. The hands still have a grip, but more of your arm is supported. If ever you want less support, it could just be the wrists. Sometimes I imagine I'm hanging, so you could, the knuckles can hold on to the block, and then widen the buttocks back. Let your arms lengthen and decompress any congestion in the shoulder socket. Last 10 breaths, stay, or maybe you bring it the highest level. Everything else remains the same. If you need to shift your legs a little bit, that's okay. Good. If ever you need to readjust or you have a different preference, do it. Last 6 breaths. Inhale, breathe height into the arms, shoulders, armpits. And don't squeeze them onto the back, just widen them to the sides. And as you do that, notice any settling that happens in the side ribs, side waist. Let your seat be heavy. Good. Stay forever if you want. If you're ready to back off, bring the hands closer to you and slowly lift up. Inhale. Exhale. I want to do Sphinx. Let's just meet on our bellies. Inhale, belly time. Exhale, rest. All right. With this one, let's please bring our elbows next to our ribs and just rise up. You can lengthen the right leg away, the left leg away, pubic bone is down, and just stay here. Can you collapse a little bit and just let the upper body collapse down? One could stay here, nothing bad will happen. If you choose, you could consciously press the elbows, forearms, wrists, and fingers down, shoulders depress, and then lift the chest forward. Option 1, stay. Option 2, look right. You could close your eyes. Notice any tension in the neck. Notice if any body parts started engaging. Relax your legs a little bit. There's a tendency for the glute to try to help, but we're not really back bending. We're just stretching a little bit. Good. Stay or return your gaze center. Inhale. Exhale, look left. Good. Keep your ear and your shoulder away from each other. I'm speaking about the right ear and the right shoulder. And breath is steady. Good. Some of us stay, others find center. We're on the last 5 breaths. Stay as you are, or slowly now engage your glutes down towards the heels or towards the mat, whatever down means to you. Stay or come up to the fingertips. One could straighten the elbows, and the fingertips could be off of the mat. Stretch the front skin. Stretch the back skin. Air out your armpits. Hollow them out. Rest. Exhale. Anything at all that you need, anything that you consider rest. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. We can do it. All right, meet me up. Inhale on all fours. We're about to lie down. Exhale. Make sure you can sit in a way that's useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 minutes. Okay, let's just do 5 minutes. I think we'll be good. With this one, we will bring a block underneath our low back. Can we please just lie down? Exhale. Make a footprint on the earth, press down, and then inhale, lift up. Find the block underneath your sacrum, your low back. Some of us stay exactly as we are. Others, I don't know what's going on with this. Others may straighten one leg. I'll just use a timer. All right, stay with the knees bent or straighten one leg. You can have the hands wherever you want. Sometimes I bring the right hand underneath the base of the right rib cage and the left underneath the lowest rib. Inhale, breathe your hands wide. Exhale. Good. Continue. If you have one leg straight, bend it. Inhale. Straighten the other. Exhale. Breath is steady. Invite any decongestion to happen in the front of the left hip, from the left belly to the actual hip bone socket, and even lower towards the pubic bone. This whole line, this whole ridge, relax there. Keep the legs, feel free to bend both or straighten both. So whatever you're doing, it's even. Relax any gripping from the hips down and from the hips to center. Relax. You can keep your arms. Some people choose to extend them overhead. Good. We're on the last minute. If ever you choose to bend one or both knees, do it. You can stay as you are or bend the knees. You can stay as you are or lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Zion's learning. Wherever you are, envision that having the low back supported will help you reset, to recalibrate, and find rest. So it's as though if the feet are up, for example, the blood in the ankles can flush down towards the knees, towards the hips, and you can offer it towards the earth. So it's a nice, gentle redistribution, reset. Good. If the legs are up, bend them. We all bend the knees. We all press the feet down. Lift the hips just enough that you can remove the block, and exhale, rest on your back body. Notice how you feel. Good. Please cross the right ankle over the left. Option 1, keep it. Option 2, hug it in. Inhale. You could thread the right arm through and interlace the fingers on top of the left knee. Inhale here. Exhale, press the right thigh away. The thigh presses right back into the hand. One could flex the feet, one could point the feet. Do exactly what you need. You could do circles with your ankle. All right, one could stay as you are, or switch the grip and straighten the top leg. The leg, you can hug it in towards you, and the thigh presses right back into the hand. So there's a conscientious engagement that creates and offers a space for integrity and tension to both exist in the same plane. Good. We're on the last 15 breaths. Some people stay centered. Others will start preparing for a twist. You can bend the top leg, press the foot down. You have blocks nearby, yeah? Shift the hips as far to the right as is useful, and you can make a footprint onto the block, or just do any version of a twist that makes sense for you. Arms can be to a T. Your left arm could be by your ear. Anything at all that you need. Let your legs be heavy down towards the heels. Let your heart be heavy down towards the mat. And now that you're settled down and back, stretch a little bit. You can look anywhere you need. Good. Whatever version you're doing, start backing out of it. If you're twisted, lift the right knee or uncross the leg so you can make a footprint. Right leg, right foot, left foot. Inhale, lift, and exhale, or centered. Hug both knees in, inhale. And exhale, cross the left ankle over the right. Stay here or hug the thighs in. You can thread the left arm through. Interlace on top of the right knee, shin. Inhale. Exhale, hug in. Press the elbow into the thigh. Inhale. Thigh into the elbow. Exhale. You can point, you can flex, you can do circles. Some of us stay bent. Others may choose to switch the grip. Hold right behind the thigh or the calf, the thigh. Inhale in and exhale. Press the elbow into the thigh, thigh into the hand into the thigh, thigh into the elbow. Anything at all that you need. Stay or set up for your twist. You can bend the top leg, make a footprint. Keep the legs crossed or don't. Shift the hips to the left. You can invite the props and the legs to the right. Anything at all that feels right. Arms can be to a T. You can look in any direction that you need. Breath steady. And just settle and lengthen. Release any tension on the left side of the body. Good. Take a very deep inhalation. Exhale. Good. You can return the legs to being bent, top knee up, inhale. Both knees up, and exhale, find your center. Create a space where you're welcome, where your body actually wants to rest. For me, it's supporting the legs. So one could have blocks underneath the ankles or underneath the knees. You could even bring it up towards the thighs. Anything at all that is restful. Inhale, set up. And exhale, lie down. Notice any sensation in the soles of the feet. Exhale, relax. Inhale from the soles of the feet to the knees. Notice the calves, any sensation there. Exhale, relax. From the feet to the ankles, knees, thighs, and hips. Become aware of sensation. Exhale, let it be. Relax. Entire lower body relaxed. Notice your pelvis, your pelvic floor, the front hips, the back hips. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, relax any tension here. Soften your body. From the hips down is relaxed. Inhale, belly and heart fill up. shoulders on the back. Exhale, relax your arms. Palms are open. Inhale, belly, heart, and throat. Exhale, invite the biceps, forearms, wrists, and fingers to fully relax. Invite your jaw and forehead to relax. Brain is soft. Take rest. Slowly take a very long inhalation. Stretch. Exhale, please bend the knees. Move any props out of the way. Exhale, rest your legs onto your side body. Press the hands down. Inhale, meet me seated, rise on up. Exhale, comfortably cross your legs. Palms touch. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, widen the shoulders, soften your body. Always return to center. Give yourself time every single day to just check in, to reset, and let go of any checklists and just be present. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and being here. Namaste. Happy day.